So I'll share from an osteopathic perspective. And osteopathy, for those that are not familiar with it, I think in Europe it's actually pretty popular. It's a global approach to healing where the practitioner is not responsible for the healing. It's the body's innate ability to heal that essentially is freed, or it's allowed to do its job. And so our reasoning is that the role of the artery is absolute. So that means the artery is there to deliver nutrients, and it has to be free to do so. And the entire body is also connected by this fascial system. So your eyeball is connected to your toenail by the same fascial system that communicates, that helps to spread fluid, that helps to also regulate everything else that's going on in the outer environment. And so if you want to look at it biologically, you can look at how can I restore or put all of the components anatomically back into their correct position. And this doesn't mean that something is dislocated. This really means that there is an area, maybe a nerve or an artery or another vessel, for example, that is compressed, that cannot do its job, and that the waste that's accumulating there can't also be released and can't be removed from that area. And so when we start to look at the body globally, and you start to understand that everything needs to be in its correct anatomical position or posture for it to be able to do its job, then we're able to start to help and assist that person in doing so. And so when I treat osteopathically, for example, I could have somebody come in with a lot of shoulder pain. And some modalities, and sometimes this works, and it's not to say there's one that's better than the other, but some modalities will only focus on the shoulder or the shoulder girdle being the issue. But I'll look at the whole entire body. And sometimes I'll notice it's actually the hips. It's actually some coming from the pelvis. And so when I'm looking at that area, it's because there is a fascia that is attaching, so thoracolumbar, attaching the bottom of the scapula all the way down to the top of the pelvis. And so when you look again at a more global approach, you're able to free certain things. You're able to allow the body to do its job, you not being the person who's healing or treating anybody, but that innate energy, life force within us, chi, prana, whatever you want to call it, is what's actually responsible for its own healing.